All right, test 4, right? Test 4, part 3, questions 14 to 18. For each question, choose the correct answer. A lucky teenager. So, what is the best strategy for doing this?
Read the questions first.
Yes, exactly. You need to read the questions first, and only options there, A, B, and C. Okay. Don't jump right in and read the article or the essay here. No, don't do that. Yeah. Don't read the reading passage first. No, we need to start by reading the questions and all the options there. Got it? All right. Now, Khôi, let's go. Read that. Number 14.
What do we learn about Jonathan from the first paragraph? History.
Yeah, what do we learn about Jonathan from the first paragraph, right? He's interested in history. So here it's very easy, they only mention from the first paragraph, right? So you just need to look at the first paragraph and then now read that and tell me the answer. Come again. Which one?
When he saw a newspaper article about people who enjoy looking in the countryside for it, every old thing metal shouldn't call it. He wants to try the hobby himself.
Okay. That's not enough. Because the question here, they say, what do we learn about Jonathan from the first paragraph? And you see that they say he's interested in history. History means something from the past, somewhere in the past, right? Something, somewhere, someone in the past. So tell me. Yeah, some old things made of metals. That's good. What else? That's not enough.
15 years old British student Jonathan David was always learning about the past.
Yes, you can underline that loved learning about the past. That he loved learning about history. See? Loved learning about the past. And then, so when he saw, so first of all, 15-year-old British student Jonathan Davis has always loved learning about the past. That's the first thing. So when he saw a newspaper article about people who enjoy looking in the countryside for every old things made of metal, such as coins, he wanted to try the hobby himself. So you can underline something like old things made of metal, such as coins. He wanted to try the hobby himself. So those two things together. So that is the answer for number 14, right? Guys, actually this one is very easy because from each paragraph, you will find the answer for the questions there, right? So number 14, we can say that the first paragraph. Number 15, that is the next one. Is that correct? Okay. Now, 15, me.
What is the writer doing in the second paragraph?
Yes, what is the writer doing in the second paragraph? Guys, when they say, what is the writer doing in the second paragraph? What is it about? What are they trying to ask you about? They want to ask you about the general idea or the main idea. Okay? The general idea or the main idea. So that forces you to read the whole thing in that second paragraph. You understand? And the answer here is B, right? Saying how some equipment works. All right, now tell me where. Yeah.
Number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
We started. He had to listen, have something called detector.
Yeah.
To hold this
So to get started, he had to have something called a detector. You hold this machine over the ground and it makes a loud noise if there is metal there. Is that enough? Saying how some equipment works, is that enough? Yeah, it's okay. He bought a small one and began using it near the village where he lives, right? But that's not that important compared to the first two sentences, right? So here he or the writer is trying to describe or is saying or is talking or describing how some equipment works. In this case, what kind of equipment? Yes, a detector, right? And what is the function? What is it used for? They use the detector for what? To detect what? For fun? What? For what? They just run around to make loud noise. Why don't they use karaoke, right? You can make a lot of noise using that. Yes, they are searching for metal. Why they are searching for metal? Searching for metal? Really?
To find something haunting.
Like what?
To find something robust like
Coins, yes. Okay? Like coins. So you hold this machine over the ground and it makes a loud noise if there is metal there. So they use that one and then they try to search for coins in the ground. You understand? Very old coins in the ground. That is the function of this type of detector. You understand? So you can mark that one and you write number 15. Makes sense, right? Have you ever watched, I remember there's a chapter in Doraemon about this type of thing, right? Nobita used to search for something in the ground with a machine, right? Is that it? Ủa các bạn coi đọc truyện Doraemon hay gì coi phần này chưa? Yes or no? Không coi đến có cái phần Jen nó đi nó tìm gì đó, xong Nobita tìm được cái thành phố dưới lòng đất hả? Yes or no? No? Rồi mấy này không phải là fan của Doraemon rồi. Có coi Doraemon nhiều không? Yes or no? Chưa coi tập đó hả? Nó cầm máy nè, cho em cầm 2 cây nhớ không? Có coi cái đó không? Nó cầm cây đi dò coi đâu có gì kêu tên. Nobita về nó kêu Doraemon cho mượn cái máy đó đi dò. Okay, so done 14 and 15. Now let's move on to number 16. How? Go.
What's the Jonathan say in the third paragraph about metal parts?
Metal pieces. Okay, third paragraph. So very easy, right? The first paragraph, second one, the third one, very easy. Yeah, the answer is A, right? Read that.
He thought they looked interesting.
He thought they looked interesting. What looked interesting?
In third paragraph, in
No, I'm asking, what looked interesting?
in on paragraph, in third paragraph, he said about this.
No. My question is, I just want you to understand completely. They say, what does Jonathan say in third paragraph about metal pieces, right? And you know the answer is A. He thought they looked interesting. And they, in this case, what is he mentioning about?
I think he found a metal lying in the grass.
No. Hợp Long, what is that? He thought they looked interesting. They, in this case, what is that?
Do you mean they in this?
Question in the answer. Because you guys chose A as the answer, right? So you must understand everything there, right? So now I'm asking they. What is it?
Metal pieces.
Exactly. Metal pieces.
This pen.
What?
This pen on this pen.
No, they in this case, we are talking about metal pieces. Because the question is, what does Jonathan say about the metal pieces? And the answer is, he thought. He in this case, who is that? He. Who is he?
Sometimes.
Yeah, Jonathan thought they looked amazing. They looked interesting, right? So that's why I'm asking they. Who are they? Or what are they?
They are metal pieces.
Yes, exactly. They. In this case, they are metal pieces. So Jonathan thought the metal pieces looked interesting. Okay? So now you understand everything completely. Already, now tell me where can we find the answer?
In Nigel,
Uh-huh.
he said, I found a few bits of metal lying in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And then he showed them to my friend. They keep looking at together. They found 2,000 or 5 pieces that day.
200 more pieces that day.
Pieces that day.
Thank you, but that's not enough. Because you just mentioned like I found a few bits of metal lying in the grass. So I showed them to my friend. We kept looking, and together we found 200 more pieces that day, right? But based on that, I don't see anything interesting at all.
I think he said, I had a feeling they might be pretty on.
I had a feeling they might be really old. Yeah, might be.
I don't know if I anything about that.
Yeah. So here, look. He didn't find. Let's start reading from the beginning, right? He didn't find much for the first few months. Okay, this is normal, nothing there. Then one day, he and a friend were looking in a field. We were a bit bored, he says. But suddenly, I found a few bits of metal lying in the grass. As soon as I saw them, I had a feeling they might be really old. So they might be really interesting to search for more, right? So I showed them to my friend. We kept looking, and together we found 200 more pieces that day. Because they are trying to search for something very old in the ground, right? If it is a new one, they're not interested in. See? They want to search for something very old, and here he had a feeling that they might be really old. So that means that they might be really interesting. So he thought they looked interesting. You understand? Okay, now you can underline that. From I found a few bits of metal lying in the grass. As soon as I saw them, I had a feeling they might be really old. So those two things. Yeah? They might be really old, and a few bits of metal lying in the grass. So that's the answer for number 16. Okay, Tuấn Thành.
What did the staff at the museum tell Jonathan about metal piece?
Mm-hmm.
Answer is C.
Yeah. Read that aloud.
In the past, people used them to buy and sell things.
Yeah, in the past people used them to buy and sell things. Use what?
The cut shoe or bow and
No. Here again, the question is, people use them to buy and sell things. Use what?
use the metal piece.
Yeah, used the metal pieces to buy and sell things. And we need something related to the staff at the museum, right? Where is that?
Jonathan took the piece to the museum. The
Mhm.
staff they told him they were almost 2,000 years ago. They explained that at the time people something cut the silver bowls and cups into the small pieces, and then use the pieces as money.
Yes, so we need the whole thing, right? So first of all, why do we know the staff? Why do we know the staff was from the museum?
Jonathan took the piece to the museum. The staff they told
Yeah,
him
when I say the staff there, that means the staff at the museum, right? So Jonathan took the pieces to a museum. The staff there, I mean the staff in that museum. Okay, that's good. They and then say about the metal pieces. Tell Jonathan about the metal pieces that in the past people used them to buy and sell things. So use them to buy and sell things.
they explained at the time that people something cut silver bowls and cut into small pieces.
Yeah, we have small pieces here, that is metal, and then use the pieces as money. Okay? That's the most important thing. And they use the pieces as money, I mean to buy and sell things. You understand?
Yes.
So you can mark that one. The staff there at the museum, okay? And then small pieces, then use the pieces as money. So that's the answer for number 17. All right, 18, Tuệ Linh.
How did Jonathan feel when he visited the
How did Jonathan feel when he visited the exhibition? Exhibition, what does that mean? Triển lãm. Okay. The answer B, right?
happy he could share the silver with others?
Yeah, how did Jonathan feel when he visited the exhibition? Happy he could share the silver with others. All right. Where is that?
In the last paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so pleased I found them in that now ordinary people can see them too.
I'm so pleased I found them and that now other people can see them too. That's all right. That's good, but that's not enough, right? Here they just say that I'm so pleased I found them and that now other people can see them too. We need some more sentences explaining them. Who are they, right?
The museum later had a special
Exhibition.
exhibition of the silver pieces,
Mm-hmm.
which Jonathan went to.
Yeah.
He said it was really exciting to see that or see what the people at the museum were able to clean the pieces of silver and find out exactly what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, we actually need the first sentence like the museum later had a special exhibition of the silver pieces which Jonathan went to. And then we also need the last one. I'm so pleased I found them and that now other people can see them too. Okay? Because here, be happy he could share the silver with others. Yeah? Okay, we need those two. You can mark that one and then you say, okay, that's the answer for number 18. Alright? Now, is there any other question? Anything you want to ask? Guys, anything? Any word, anything you don't understand, please ask. Yes?
In paragraph,
Rồi Tuấn Thành hỏi trước rồi Hào hỏi sao? Tuấn Thành câu.
paragraph 3, line number 2.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Suddenly, but suddenly, what does that mean?
Immediately.
Immediately. Not really, not really. When you do something immediately, that means you do it now. Okay? I go immediately, that means I go now. But suddenly,
It's surprise.
yeah, kind of surprisingly, right? Suddenly, that means when you say suddenly something happened, I mean you are working and you're doing something and then suddenly that happened. You're a little bit surprised or you're a little bit shocked. Okay? Bất ngờ đó. Bất ngờ thay đó. Rồi Hào hỏi đi.
Dạ, con tưởng là trả lời câu 18.
Trả lời câu 18 mà. 18 Tề Linh trả lời rồi mà.
Còn
Rồi, anything? Các bạn có câu hỏi gì không? Nothing? Okay guys, now read that a few times and then last time you didn't summarize anything in part 2 and tell me, right? Make sure you must be able to summarize part 2 and then part 3 and tell me. Okay? Done. Do it. But before that you can have a break.